We got some guys come back, but ultimately, when your seniors play their best, you got a chance to be really successful. And I know defensively, there's no way you are where you are without Curtis Grant, Duran Grant, Michael Bennett, and Stevie Miller, Rashad Frazier. I mean, those guys played their best football this year. They played their best football at the end of the year. And you know what they did? They made others around them better, and that's why we're here.
The goal line stand, I mean, you consider that? I mean, that was kind of a...
I tell you what, I just told somebody in the locker room that was a terrible call that we had on there, and that's why players make plays, in the situation, it really was not a good defense probably to stop the run and figuring that they were going to throw the football, and they ran the ball, and you know what, it's not about the call. It's about the guys believing, the guys seeing, and I tell you what, they triggered back inside and pulled him up short of the goal line, and that's the difference in ball games.
What did you guys do that the tempo wasn't an issue for you when no one else had been able to do that this year?
We got to give a lot of credit to our offense. I mean, we see that tempo. We really do. And then you got to, obviously, Coach Meyer is a master at the mind games and motivator and what he does. And we worked it, we talked it. The reality is these guys weren't going to get in any better shape in 10 days. I mean, it's all a figure. It's all in your mind. And you know what? We had guys lose weight. Is that going to make you in better shape? I mean, you're going to be able to go run a marathon? No, the reality is they believed that they were in better shape. They knew they could handle the tempo. And when you believe something, it's amazing what can happen.
Was 15 your best defender?
I don't know. I mean, when we beat them the last time, I think we had the ball for, I don't know what the time of possession was, but when you can run the football, I think we had more plays than they did on offense, and that's a big part of this football game.
Luke, how gratifying is it for you, everything that you've been through when Tress was forced to leave, you had to take over and then you replaced, but you stay on, you go through all of this. How gratifying is it for you?
It's one of those things that you don't allow yourself to think about individual things, and we've sold it to these guys. It's not about yourself. It's about how you can make others around you better. Do you really believe that? And if it doesn't start at the top, then it's really hard to really sell it to those guys because they're smart and they see it. And at this point in time, it's hard to reflect back and to really think about that because I'm more happy for these guys, these seniors, these guys around us that have battled through this thing than I am for myself, that's for sure.
But a lot of people that would have had the head coaching job to take a defensive coordinator job, a step down, you decided to stay. A lot of people wouldn't have done that.
Well, there's a lot of coaches that wouldn't have kept you on too because of the situation. But Coach Meyer had the confidence and the faith in me and belief that he knew what Ohio State meant to me. And that's the difference. And this is a special place. I know I haven't been a lot of places, but I'm telling you, if there's another place like this in the country, I'd be really surprised.
The transformation of the defense from the end of last year, those 2 losses, to stopping the Heisman Trophy winner and 2 Heisman Trophy runner-ups in 3 consecutive games. Is that mind-boggling to think about now, looking back on it?
We said at the beginning of the year that we weren't going to let ourselves be evaluated by media and all different things throughout the beginning of the year. It really was going to come down to how we played at the end of the year. And we said, hey, we got 3 objectives. Number 1 objective is to work hard every single day. Number 2 objective is to take care of your teammates. And number 3 objective is to focus on fundamentals. If we do those 3 things, we'll play our best football at the end of the year. And you cannot allow yourself and your mind to wander because people say that you're holding people back or you guys aren't. It looks like the same as last year. No. The reality is we were going to evaluate ourselves at the end of the season for what we put on film, and that's what we're most proud of.
How do you overcome 4 turnovers? Not the way you wrote it up, I'm sure, but what are you doing in that situation?
You know what? Everybody's picked each other up throughout the entire season. You know what? It really is a mindset. A couple of the turnovers could have been great punts. Could have been great kickoffs, and that's the way you got to look at it. And I tell you what, this team really stepped up. When JT got hurt in that team up north game, you saw a little fire reach into some of these guys. Defensively, they knew that hey, this was their time. They had to step up, and I think that had a big impact on us. And kind of like tonight, they turned the ball over down there. They got the ball on the 20-yard line, and you saw it. You saw it. It's almost like, hey, we want this pressure. We want to be put on this situation. We want to show you that we can do this in the game.
Is it a motivator when all you hear about all week is the